Hey friend, John here, and in this video I want to share with you 5 beginner fingerstyle blues guitar licks that are going to help you be able to jam the blues by yourself and get an awesome sound right away. Now, one of the things with this style, and when you're playing fingerstyle in general and fingerstyle blues, you want to learn to train your finger-picking hand thumb. And so that's what we're going to be working on in these licks. Now, they're going to be in the key of E, and I'm going to be using something called the blues scale, the E blues scale, which goes like this. In the key of E there. Now, with the thumb, I'm going to be keeping a steady bass note. So I'm not using a pick, playing fingerstyle, finger picking. I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, and playing that low 6th string, keeping a little bit of a palm mute there, and just playing quarter notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to play a lick against that bass note like this. And I'm using just a couple notes from that E blues scale or E minor blues scale. I'm playing the 3rd fret on the 1st string, open, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then 2 more open 1st strings. So it goes. And that's the top line, the melody, while the bass is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and I'm giving a little bend on that first note to add a bluesy flavor to it. Now, one of the things that you may discover when you start doing this is this. It can be sort of like that trick, whatever it is, you know, pat your head and rub your belly at the same time. It's basically like doing 2 things at once. And so you have to start slow. And I want to recommend to just start by playing the bass note, just 1, 2, 3, 4. And you want that thumb to just start feeling automatic. And then practice the melody individually. And if you want, you could start real simple and just use your thumb and your index. So your index plays the melody and your thumb plays the bass note. Now here, if I break it down, we've got the low E, then the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and then we do a pinch, right? So we've got the low E and the high E. Then the 3rd fret of the 2nd string by itself, then another pinch. Then the high E, and then the low E. So what's happening is sometimes the melody notes are lining up with the thumb bass note, and then sometimes the melody notes are sort of playing in the cracks in between the bass notes. And that's what makes it sound almost like 2 guitar players. Like, here's my bass or my accompaniment, and then here comes the lick. Okay, so that's the first lick. Now I'm going to walk you through 4 more licks like this, but if you're new to the channel, I want to give you something that's really going to help you out with these licks. And what it is a little PDF guide that I put together that shows you the 5 ways that I play the blues scale anywhere on the neck. And I want to give this to you completely for free. All you got to do is go to johnmcclennan.com/bluescales, and you can download it as my gift to you. So grab that, and then let's get into lick number 2. That one goes like this. Here's our bass and the melody. So it starts the same way, but we have a different ending, okay? So let me show you the top line. We go 3rd fret with that little bend, open 1st string, 3rd fret of the 2nd string, open 1st string. So that's all exactly the same as the first lick, but this time now we're going to drop the last note so it goes lower at the end. There I played the 3rd string open. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, that's lick number 2. And you can see how you could take a lick and maybe just change one note. Maybe change how you start. Maybe change how you end. And you can start having a lot of fun jamming on these licks, coming up with your own variations, and improvising the blues. So lick number 3 goes like this. 3, 4, and... So here I added the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So we're gonna start the same way. 3, 0, 3 on the 2nd string, open 1st string. Then skip down to the 2nd fret on the 3rd string, then open. And then 1, 2, we'll add the bass with that. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So on beat 3, there's a quarter note there in the melody right here, then end with that 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that is going to go over, all of those go over the E, okay? So you could practice this in a blues in the key of E, and you can start stringing them together. Like if I put those licks together, check this out. This would be the first 3 licks. 3, 4, 1. Now, as you go through the blues, there's going to be different chords, unless, of course, you're playing a 1-chord blues, which does happen from time to time. But I want to show you a few more variations. So let's say we were to play over the 5 chord, okay? So if we're in the key E, the 5 chord would be a B7. And here, we're going to play this lick. We're going to play the 2nd fret on the 5th string, okay? So with your finger picking hand, as you go through different chord progressions, your thumb is, think of it like your bass player, okay? Here it's gonna play the 2nd fret on the A string, and that's gonna be the root note of that chord, the B, so. And then we could do a little melody like this. It's a great little lick coming off of the B7, and you could think about this shape. You play 2, 1, 2, open 2 from the 5th string down there. Play the bass note, and then we're going to play 2 on the 1st string, 1, 0. Okay, so that's just going down every fret to open, and then little bend there on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string to open. With the bass note. Okay, that would work over the 5 chord or B. And I want to show you one last lick. This lick goes over the 4 chord, okay? So if we're in the key of E, the 4 chord's going to be A. And here's a great, kind of blues chord. You take the A there and you play it with 1 finger. And then a lot of times blues musicians, would reach up and play like the 5th fret on the 1st string and the 3rd fret, and you can have all these sort of embellishments off of the chord. And when you use a voicing like that, it's been used in so many blues songs that the chord voicing sounds authentic to the style. So here we're going to play the 5th string for our bass note, and then the melody is going to go. Okay, so we're going to walk down here. 5, 3, 3, 2, open, all on the 1st string. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and adding in the bass. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you go back to E. So the melody just walks down there. Here's lick number 5 one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. So take these licks and you can drop them into your blues progressions and really have a ton of fun working on that thumb independence, but also jamming and having a full sound. And again, that's the benefit here, is being able to train that finger picking hand to create the sound of multiple people, multiple guitars happening at once. Now, to help you put this together even more, be sure to grab my free PDF below that's going to show you the 5 ways to play the blues scale. These are 5 ways that I use in so many songs, and if you want to come up with more licks like this and learn to jam the blues, this is really going to help you out. Just go to johnmclennan.com/bluescales and grab that as my gift to you. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and for more blues guitar, check out this video next.